Welcome to the WSTY playoff game of the week. As you can see, the weather is not exactly what you'd want it to be for football. It's cold, it's rainy, and we are here at the WSTI game of the week, the 18. Butch Lee on camera, Matt Greer, my partner, and I'm Daryl Smith, the big dog, going to bring you tonight's action. We have gotten on the bus with the Warrior Nation and traveled north, and we are in Farmerville, Louisiana, where tonight the number 10 Amite Warriors take on the number 3 Farmerville Farmers in the state semifinal matchup. The next step right before you get to decide who goes to New Orleans and play in the Superdome.
This is what it's all about. This is why we made the trip. Daryl, 80 degrees when we left Hammond this morning. What is it? I think they said it's scraping freezing right now up here in Union Parish. The former Farmerville Farmers, now the Union Parish Farmers, 12-1 on an 11-game win streak. Amite hot too, though. 5 in a row for the Warriors. Come in here ready to handle their business.
And Amite won the toss and deferred to the second half, so they'll kick it off. High end-over-end kick going to be fielded at the 31-yard line. Nice run back up the middle. We'll get it across the 40 to the 41. Flag on the play, though.
Wilson on the return.
So let's see what who the penalty's against. Looks like he's saying that he thought he called for a fair catch and then ran it back, so it might be a delay of game.
I thought he signaled fair catch.
Made a fair catch on the,
and they do back it up 5, so the ball will be at the 35-yard line, where Farmerville will take it for their first series tonight. Farmerville a little banged up last week. Both the quarterback and the running back, Matt, were banged up, but they should be healthy tonight to give Farmerville, I mean, I keep calling them Farmerville because it was Farmerville last time I was here, to give Union Parish a boost. Everybody in tight end the box I formation for the Farmers. Handoff right up the gut. Gaping holes. He breaks to the outside. Across the 40, 45. Inside Warrior territory out at the 47-yard line. So an 18-yard run on the first play from scrimmage. Everybody in tight. They just hit it off the tackle. He broke it outside in a big gain and a first down for the Farmers.
That's the running back, Desmond Turner, number 28, sophomore. Over 1,300 yards and 9 touchdowns on the ground this year, averaging 7.5 yards per rush.
Whistle blows. Look at his number. First down, Farmers. Already in Amite territory. Hand the ball again. Couple of yards as he gets across the 45 down to the 44. And that's 20 Wilson on the carry.
Led by number 43, Jordan Ard.
Wilson was the one that filled in. Desi Wilson filled in for Turner last week.
Flag on the play. The penalty goes against the Warriors. So after a good stop there, they're going to mark this one off and give the Farmers another first down. Opening possession on a cold, rainy, snowy, sleety night.
That's nasty.
Here in North Louisiana. But I am bundled up nicely and warm so far. Let's hope the voice holds out for the whole game.
As you see Turner back in the game on this play. The one to watch on this Farmers team. Is that a penalty, Daryl?
Personal foul penalty on the Warriors. They mark off 15 down to the inside the 39, inside the 30 down to the 29.5-yard line. First down, Farmers. Handoff left side. Gaping hole, got a lane to the touchdown. And he is caught from behind down at about the 2-yard line, but a gaping hole on the left side, and not the way you wanted to start out the ball game here, the Amite Warriors.
I believe that was Selders that tracked him down. We're seeing 2 huge runs here on this initial drive by the Farmers.
Well, and what we've seen is gaping holes by this offensive line. The defense getting blown off the football right now, and we haven't seen that much this year for Amite. They try to hand it off to the fullback, but a flag
We have a
flies.
penalty on the play. That's going to be dead ball.
Offsides against Amite, so 3 early penalties against the Amite Warriors, and that'll give them half the distance to the goal. It will still be first and goal.
Now, Darryl, we were a little late getting up here, so we didn't get a chance to go down on the field before the game, but you could see it's sloppy, it's nasty, and watching some of the players in pregame, there's a lot of slipping going on. So footing is at a premium out there.
We are on the Union Parish side, filming from the stands as they hand it off to the fullback. Touchdown, Farmers. So the opening drive ends up in 6 for Union Parish.
Now, not much of a kicking game here in Union Parish. Darryl, they go for 2 a lot. They've only attempted 4 field goals this year and haven't connected on a one of them.
So both sides, neither one of them are going to be able to kick many extra points or field goals. 10:48 to go in the opening quarter, and Union Parish is on the board with an early touchdown. The Amite band just now coming into the stadium. They had bus trouble on the way here. Handoff off the left side, and he's not going to get there. So the score will be 6-0, Union Parish.
The 2-point conversion is no good.
So Union Parish to kick it off. It's 6-0 on a opening possession touchdown. This is a short end-over-end kick. Takes a nice bounce. Amite picks it up, runs it out to the 30, gets it out to the 32-yard line where Tyler Frazier goes down hard, but Amite will have it for the first time. We'd like to thank our tonight's sponsors, Mounters Tire Mart, Jim's Paint and Body Shop, Ford Bail Bonds, Master Chef, Bill Hood of Amite, Sheriff Daniel Edwards, Granite's Collision Center, Drive-In Drugstore, Folks Heating and Air, Darren's Towing, and New Orleans Roast Coffee. Would like to have a nice,
that'd be nice right now,
hot roast coffee as we are in the chilly weather here at about freezing.
Cup of that
wind chill factor is down to about 26 already.
Cup of that Southern Pecan hot coffee.
Henderson leads them out, hands it off to Harrell off the right side. He is their big guy running the football, only a sophomore.
Yeah, Kenner Harrell, 1,833 yards and 23 touchdowns on the year. That's pretty productive, Darryl.
Pick up a 3 on that carry, and he has been a workhorse in the playoffs.
Amite's got to come out and answer this early score from the Farmers. Amite, one of the stingiest defenses in the state, only giving up 11 points.
Well, Union Parish
per game,
sure
but
made
they
it
went
look
right
easy.
down and scored.
Union Parish made it look easy. 10 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. First possession for the Warriors. Whistle blows, so another flag.
We have a penalty on the play.
Was going to be a toss play to the outside to Harrell, running behind big number 79, Devin Johnson, a Tulane signee, and already a sideline warning against the Warriors.
Now, you know, they were talking to Coach Foster this week. These teams, just looking at them on film, seem to be mirror images of each other. They do the same things, a lot of the same plays. They look just like each other.
Well, the ball down to execution. So far, the Union Parish offense striking it to a T, marching it right down the field, punching it in for a touchdown. Amite trying to answer. Devon Head in at fullback. Harold the deep back. Turns around, hands to Harold. They ran into each other, but there was a lot of penetration in that backfield. That play had no chance.
Looked like there was some confusion back there as well.
Made by number 95.
Well, on sloppy field conditions with a mist in the air, you really don't want to be throwing the football, but it's throwing time now for the Warriors. Now, they had some big pass plays last week to advance to this round. Henderson will have to do it again.
Yeah,
watch for number 6, Kendrick Vining, the big play receiver for the Warriors.
Henderson with over 100 yards passing and 3 touchdowns last week in the win over North Webster.
They don't throw it often, but he was effective. Here comes Henderson. Blitz coming, lets it go.
He took a hit.
Pass is complete, but he is going to be fouled out of bounds.
And Henderson's down.
Henderson took a shot. but not able to turn up field, so they'll be short of the first down and forced to punt the football. Henderson got hit right in the rib area.
Yeah, he's jogging it off.
Turner in to punt for the Warriors. Set back deep to receive is DeAndre Elliott.
Number 29, Elliott.
High snap. Turner gets it away. Wobbly, short kick. Should take an Amite bounce. It does, but they'll have good field position as Union Parish will have it at their own 40-yard line. So an auspicious beginning tonight for the Warriors.
Not the way it was drawn up.
Let's give that defense
Come out now, 8:50 to go in the opening quarter, leading by 6. Union Parish gets it for the second time tonight, and it was too easy on the first drive. Let's see what the adjustments these coaches had to make on defense on the sideline during that series for the Warriors, because Union Parish starts out in the tackles and popped out a couple of big runs to the outside and just marched it right down the field.
Well, and you pointed it out, the blocking was tremendous.
This time they have one receiver down to the bottom, but they stay in the eye. Right up the gut, he pops off tackle, on his feet, 10, 12, and still driving as he gets inside Warrior territory down to the 48-yard line.
First down.
Well, you see Turner just going to the middle of the line. It wasn't a big burst of speed. He just kept chugging right along. There was a lot of, at least a good 8 yards after contact.
Yeah, he was hit maybe a couple of yards out at the line, outside the line of scrimmage, but able to carry Warriors to a first down. Same formation. Williams, quarterback, hands it to Turner again. This time he's hit at the line and knocked down.
The ball carrier.
Now, number 7, Jamarius Williams, the quarterback, he's their big playmaker. 951 yards through the air, 1,300 yards rushing. He's accounted for 34 touchdowns, but they really haven't had to go to him yet because of the success with the run. Amite able to get a stop there.
This time Selders drops him after a yard gain. Selders, a junior linebacker. We call his name a lot on defense. 2nd and 9. Handoff again, right up the middle.
Number 20, Wilson.
Picks up about 4 on the carry. That was Russell.
In on the tackle for the Warriors.
Excuse me, Wilson. So to
Desi.
bring up 3rd and 5.
Like number 53. Brad Porter.
And this is stop time for the Warriors. They're struggling a little bit on defense right now. Need to come up with a big 3rd down play and try to force them to punt the football. As you can see on your screen, this field is chewed up, especially between the hash marks.
They got him.
Great play inside. That's Ard, who had a tremendous game last week. Gets in the backfield and drops him at the line of scrimmage, and it will force Union Parish for their first punt of the evening.
Yeah, Ard was all over the field last week. You see him over on the top of the screen on the end. Ard very good at anticipating the snap count and getting in that backfield to make a stop.
Vining back to receive for the Warriors.
Vining with the huge game last week.
Angled kick's going to roll inside the 10, down around the 5-yard line where it will be marked down. So Amite will be backed up for their second possession. 6:19 to go in the opening quarter. It's 6-0 Union Parish.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line. Again, our first quarter sponsor tonight is Blaine Beck with B&B Construction. Great work at a working man's price. In Marion, Louisiana, 870-304-7389. Proud supporter of Farmer football. Take state, Farmers.
1st and 10, Warriors backed up inside their 10. They are at the 5-yard line. 2 receivers set. Once again, Harrell's hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss. And right now, they're just not opening many holes here for Harrell.
Something we're not used to seeing. We're used to seeing Harrell squirt through the other end of that line.
Well, you're not going to squirt through when you're hit 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage when you take the handoff, and that's the second time that's happened tonight. Second down, 13. They're backed up all the way to the 2-yard line. Does Coach Foster allow Henderson maybe to throw the football here? He does. Looking for the slant, but he swings it to the outside. Pass dropped by Solomon.
For the Warriors, that's Solomon. It's going to be incomplete. We'll bring up 3rd and 13.
Right there, he just kind of threw it behind him a little bit. Even if he caught it, not sure if he could have made much out of it, but it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 13.
For sponsoring some of our meals, the Thursday
Warriors with this no-huddle offense.
A stout Farmer defense as well, only allowing 12 points per game this year.
Henderson looking for the pass, throwing it deep. Great coverage out there. Pass incomplete. The binding out there turned into the defender on the play, as it was excellent coverage by the Farmers. So punting situation for the Warriors for their own end zone, and it will be short.
Not really the place you want to punt from.
Well, they've only got 12 yards to be able to drop back to punt it away. Not a very good kick on the opening series by Turner.
Keep an eye on number 88, Qualls. Has 3 punt blocks this year. You see him on the end.
He's on the edge, coming up the right side. High snap. Turner gets it away. Wobbly end-over-end kick, short kick. Not even going to get to about the 20-yard line.
That was into the wind.
So even though Union Parish on their second series didn't do much, they pinned the Warriors deep with a good punt, and now they have excellent field position late here in the first quarter and leading by 6. So the Warriors on defense trailing by a touchdown and have their backs against the wall early here. You don't want to get too far in the hole here. This field condition and these weather conditions aren't conducive for a high-scoring game, I don't believe. Yeah. Offensive movement on the left side there. That'll back them up 5 for Union Parish's first penalty of the night. Legal procedure. It'll be 1st and 15.
One of the only things that's gone wrong for them tonight so far.
Well, so far on offense, though, they've made it look pretty easy on that opening series. A better job by Amite on the second series, so the coaches made some adjustments, obviously. Let's see if they can hold them out here. Like you said, neither team able to kick field goals.
Well, you hear that wind through our microphones. It really just picked up.
Big gust as it blew around the corner here of the press box. Quarterback Williams turns the corner. Inside the 20, 15, all the way down to the 11-yard line.
And you see how bad the footing is. The white hat went down.
Well, you also see Williams, as he came to the outside, couldn't really turn it on, had to watch his footing, but able to pick up about 8 or 9.
It's almost like he has to tiptoe around the end.
Ball looks like it's placed at the 11-yard line.
2nd down and 1. And we talked about it, handoff. This time, quarterback keeps it to the outside, a nice gain of 9. Fullback this time goes up the middle, has the first down. It will be 1st and goal. Ball just outside the 5-yard line.
My first time up this way, Daryl, you've been here before.
I was here quite a few years ago when Independence came to then Formerville to play in the state semifinals, and they beat Formerville to advance to the Dome. That was Antron Sieber and LeBrandon Tofield's junior year.
We went on to play Evangel that year, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah, they got whipped pretty good by Evangel at the Dome, but a great team and pretty good Warrior team here fighting for their lives early. Offsides against Amite, another penalty, their 4th of the evening already. Half the distance to the goal puts the football at about the 3-yard line. 4:15 and counting here in the opening quarter, and so far it's been Union Parish's night as they look to tack on to their 6-0 lead. Fullback again, right off the right side, and he powers his way in, and it's 12-0.
He just tucked in behind his offensive line and followed him in.
Well,
offensive line got that push.
Big number 30, Isaiah Robson, is like a little mini tank out there at fullback, and when they need short yardage, that's who they've gone to.
Again,
Now the Farmers will go for 2.
Stumbling, rumbling, Isaiah Robinson.
Unsuccessful on their last attempt at 2.
Fumble this time, so this one will be, well, he's still on his feet.
Well, I think he picked it up.
I think the Amite player has it. I'm not sure what's going on here, but they haven't marked anything. I don't think the officials know what's going on. Well, the fireworks go off. They're going to say it's no good, so it's 12-0. Union Parish with 4:05 to go here in the opening quarter. And Amite backs against the wall early.
Desperately need to get something going their way.
Frazier and Harrell back to return it. This would be Frazier. The ball bounces, go between his legs, and he falls down with it. And once again, they'll be inside their 10 as he picked it up at the 8-yard line. Special teams hurting the Warriors here early.
Miscommunication there. You see him go down to a knee. So he's down right where the ball was. Long way to go for the Warriors.
Out comes the offense. Now, if you can remember on the last series, on the 3rd down incompletion, Henderson took a shot to the ribs.
He sure did. As soon as he released it, he took it right to the midsection.
And he's back out on the field, but you take a shot like that, and then sometimes in this weather, let's see what he'll be able to do here. Harrell spins inside and gets dropped. Gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Amite to the line quickly.
Gained about 4 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Here comes Harrell again. He's going to keep running. This time he just slips and falls. His feet came right out from under him.
I think he ran up behind Devon Johnson.
Tried to make a cut and no footing. He'll gain 2 on the play, but it could have been much, much more. Big 3rd down Warriors. Yet to pick up a 1st down in this game. Harrell, right side, hit at the line of scrimmage, and down he goes. And late flag.
Tackle made by number 3.
This is a big penalty.
We do have a flag on the play. Dead ball, personal foul against the
Personal foul against Union Parish, and be a 1st down for the Warriors. Not only does it give them a 1st down and an extra set of downs, it gets them out of the shadow of their own end zone.
We'll take it.
Well, down 12-0 early, you're going to take any help you can get, and this is a big penalty. Gets the football all the way out to the 30-yard line. As you see, the Warriors quickly up to the line. And seeing what they're doing here, running Harrell, they're not panicking yet, just staying with their game plan. Fakes to Harrell. Henderson dropped. About a 15-yard loss on the sack.
That's Qualls, number 88. Leading this Farmer team in sacks with 9. That's number 10 on the year.
14 loss on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 24. So you get a break and then you turn around and give all the yardage right back on the next play off the sack.
Let's go, fellas. Just drive it right now. Let's go defense right here now. Got him in a hole. Let's go let him out.
Trying to get the play from the sideline here. 2:25 and counting to go in the opening quarter. Nothing going right for the Warriors so far. High snap. Here comes the blitz. Trying to set up the screen.
He's got it.
Got it set up. Slips and going to be caught from behind. A play that looked like should have gained 15 yards. Gains about 3.
Well, you saw, I believe that's Harrell with the reception. He just couldn't get his feet up under himself.
And unlike what you see in college and the pros, they can't go to the sideline and swap out cleats and all that. This is high school football. You have what you have.
That's it.
Third down and 20. Empty backfield for the Warriors. Vining, the wide receiver, to the bottom of your screen. You got trips that way, 2 to the top. Throws it to the outside. This one almost picked off. Had it been down where it could have been caught, Wayne would have picked it off and took it to the house. So once again, a punting situation for the Warriors.
Again, we'd like to thank these quarter sponsors that we've had all year. We appreciate it.
A Warrior team averaging 36 points a game. Scoreless here almost to the end of the first quarter.
Not only scoreless, but hasn't had a first down aside from one via the penalty. So not getting anything established on offense so far. Once again, a short kick is going to hit at the 42, roll dead at the 48.
Still in Warrior territory.
Union Parish will start off inside Warrior territory. 1:21 to go in the opening quarter, all Union Parish so far.
Yeah, this Union Parish team, Darryl, number 3 seeding, 12-1 on the season, won 11 straight. They lost their first game to number 1 seed in 1A Haynesville, who is over in Kentwood right now taking on, is it Haynesville taking on the Roos?
In Haynesville.
It is in Haynesville. Last 2 teams alive in Tangipahoa Parish.
Left side run, big gain. Pickup of about 5. Nice tackle out there by the Warriors, but he was through the line of scrimmage untouched till he hit a linebacker.
It just appears that the Farmers have better footing. That's what I'm seeing.
Under a minute to go here in the opening quarter. It'll be second down. They mark it down at the 44-yard line, so it'll be second down and 6.
Time for a big Warrior defensive play.
Let's go for the offense now. Let's go.
Union Parish with a big offensive line out there. Right off right tackle, gain of 3.
Turner again, the ball carrier.
It'll bring up third down.
And on the tackle for the Warriors, number 53.
Turner on the carry. Wilson comes in to replace him on third down. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Let's see if they snap it one more time before the end of the quarter.
Well, they do not have to snap the football. We got about 10 seconds left in this quarter. And I believe they're going to let it run down. So we'll go to the end of the first quarter. Your score, Union Parish 12, Amite Warriors 0.
And that's the end of your first quarter.
Did you know that drunk driving causes more than 1/3 of all the teen deaths and highway crashes? And if you drink and drive, your chances of causing one of these accidents will increase by over 100%. Drinking and/or distracted driving isn't cool and it isn't smart. Help make the roads as safe as they can be by eliminating distractions, driving sober, and by properly using seatbelt restraints. A message from Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff Daniel Edwards. Fullback carry gets the first down and a lot more now. As you can see, he's like a little bowling ball out there. Feet low to the ground, not taking big strides, so his footing hasn't been affected so far. That's a big first down. Ball at the 30-yard line.
Those little short, choppy steps. Not so much risk in slipping.
Well, and he's not trying to beat you with speed, so.
And this is a bad part of the field they're at right now, too.
Amite showing blitz. Hand the ball off the left side. That's Wilson. Gets it down to about the 12-yard line. And all they're doing is running right at the middle. And if Amite pinches everybody in, they're bouncing it to the outside and getting big gains.
The result is another Farmer first down.
Desi Wilson filled in big time for Turner with that bad ankle last week, rolling up over 100 yards.
And you see Union Parish rolling both of them in and out, keeping a fresh man on the field.
And that fullback.
and 10 at the Amite 13-yard line.
So from the 13, it'll be 1st and 10. Wilson stays in at tailback. Fumble. Ball's on the ground. I think Amite may have it.
They do.
Ball on the ground.
And they do pick it up. First turnover of the game. The Warriors have it and avoid going down more than 12. So a big break here by the Warriors, but now the offense has to come out and do something to reward the defense for getting that big stop.
Something. Cross the 50. Switch this field. Of course, ideally, you'd like 6.
Well, and what you've seen from the Amite punting game so far, they're probably only averaging about 25 yards a punt. So they really got to pick up some first downs here and get the defense a rest.
All right, folks, let's get behind
But you can tell Union Parish expected Harrell to carry the ball, and they're keying on him and doing a pretty good job here in this first half. There's Harrell. Hit at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Nowhere to go. The host of Farmers in on the tackle.
And they're just keying on Harrell.
Well, that's probably smart.
Well, it's definitely smart. Lose a half yard on the play. He has been their workhorse at back. But if you key on him, you've got to do something else on offense. This time Harrell through the line, but then gets a big hit. And these linebackers for Union Parish are laying some licks on Harrell right now.
Yeah, there are some big licks being delivered. I tell you, when it's cold like this, those hurt.
Ben Rosson there gave him a lick. So 3rd down and long again, 3rd and 9, and a flag comes out.
Something from the sideline.
Not sure if this is going to be maybe a sideline warning against Union Parish now.
They have a flag on the play.
Here it is.
And that's exactly the call. So now both of them have had a warning.
Next time will be yards.
Not sure where this crew is from, but a neutral crew here tonight. 12-0 Amite, 10:25 to go. Amite down 12-0. 10:25 to go here in the second quarter. Looked like Johnson moved early.
That's going to back them up 5.
As Henderson was dropping the throw, flags had been thrown. Dead ball, illegal procedure against the Warriors. The 6th penalty of the night against Amite, and we just started the second quarter. You don't make it to the dome committing these kind of penalties, and right now getting outplayed and shooting themselves in the foot.
Maybe wanting to get to the dome for the 2nd time in 3 years, missing last year.
Not only missing the dome, but missing the playoffs. So a good turnaround. Coach Foster's done a great job with this team.
Losing a nail biter to St. Charles 2 years ago.
In what some have said may be one of the best state championship games they've ever seen. Another flag. And this will be offside, so Union Parish will give it back.
Amite's road to get where we are right now. In the first round, knocked off the 23 seed Port Bear 40-7. Second round, number 7 seed West Feliciana 22-6. And last week against number 18 seed North Webster in a very entertaining game, 34-19.
And they were district co-champions. And we're going to see a whistle blow here as something blows out on the field.
I believe that's a chair sleeve.
So you can see it as the wind is blowing pretty good out here, but right now the rain and the mist has stopped for the time being.
Little extracurricular activity going on the field. Now we got the ball. Here we go.
3rd down and 9. Looking to throw, throws it deep over the middle, should have been picked off. Pass intended for Willie Holden, but that pass should have been intercepted. Nevertheless, Amite will be forced to punt again. This time they'll be punting from about their own 5-6 yard line.
That was number 1, Marquentis Caldwell, playing center field back there. Leads this former team in interceptions with 6. Should have had 7 right there.
And if they don't get off a good punt here, I believe that Union Parish will start this drive again in Amite territory.
And the frustrating part there, you saw Henderson had time to throw. He had a pocket.
But bracketed coverage, bad snap. And he is going to fall on it at his own 5-yard line, so Union Parish will have first and goal. Special teams not getting it done tonight here for the Warriors.
So we got that, Amite gets that fumble, not able to do anything with it, and basically gives the Farmers the ball right back where they fumbled it from.
So 12-0, 10:15 to go. Union Parish first and goal from the 5-yard line.
This Union Parish team, of course, they were the Farmerville Farmers last year, made it through the 3A quarterfinals.
Robinson again, this time gets it down to about the 1. And they're just he's just following that guard right up the gut. Guard in center. You see big number 76 for Union Parish, the center. And he is just following right off his right hip, picks up 4 to be second and goal.
Well, you see this team with over 4,000 rush yards this year, 63 touchdowns, 44 of those coming by the run. And it's probably because of that big offensive line you're seeing out there.
Well, that you do have a big fullback too. This time they hand it to him, and he's in for the touchdown. And it is 18-0 here early second quarter.
Starting to see a little frustration with the Warriors.
Well, this is where Coach Foster's really got to keep them together if they're going to have a chance to climb back in this one.
And they have the talent to do it.
But they're starting, I believe, to get a little frustrated with the field conditions, nothing going their way. And this is when somebody has to step up and make a play. Union Parish unsuccessful on both their 2-point tries. They'll go for the third one here. Hand it off to the tailback, and he's in. And it's 20-0. Amite ready to return the kickoff. They haven't done that very well tonight either, but they're getting plenty of practice so far. This time onside kick, and Union Parish is going to come up with the football.
And they're just going after the jugular.
As he went on his knees to get the football, took a shot, and Union Parish has it again at midfield. And that young man is feeling it as he is struggling to get off the field.
Well, he went down like a shortstop to field it and wasn't really looking for the hit, but it short came.
That ball traveled 10 yards. First down, Farmers.
This is a very aggressive Union Parish football team.
Well, we talked about it before. They are throwing some licks around down there, and right now they are just taking advantage of every Warrior mistake.
I don't know about y'all, but I want another touchdown.
New fullback in the game for the Farmers. They'll hand it off in the backfield. This time nowhere to go for Turner. He'll be dropped at the line of scrimmage for no gain. That time maybe got some penetration.
Well, they've got to dig deep.
Well, that time Harrell got in the backfield. Got to make some kind of play on defense to get the football back, but your offense really struggling so far. But special teams have really hurt them tonight. Throwing the ball. He's got a receiver wide out there. Nobody was guarding him. Pass completed to Lee Hill out there. As he just stayed on the sideline, never went to the huddle, and Amite didn't see him out there, and that's a big reception. Gets him down to the Amite 24-yard line.
He just kind of blended in over there. DeAndre Elliott, the senior, 814 yards receiving and 16 touchdowns on the year.
Well, you get so mesmerized by those runs up the middle, and they just forgot about him out there. Clock winds, 8:43 to go here in the second quarter. It's 20-0, and Union Parish driving again. Hand off, hit immediately and down.
Number 28, Turner, the ball carrier, met there at the line of scrimmage.
That's Selders.
Once again, Norman Selders on the tackle.
Norman Selders.
Selders just a rock-solid defensive player for Amite. Has been for a while.
On the play, it's going to bring up 2nd and 9. Again, our second quarter sponsor tonight is Johnny's
Second down and 9.
Sweep the kitchen. They have that buffet every day, 7 days a week. And on Tuesday night, that's 368-2278, Johnny's Pizza.
Breaks, hits the corner. He's going to take it to the house. That's Wilson. And that's a touchdown, and it is 26-0. And the Amite Warriors are shocked.
I tell you cannot miss a tackle.
Well, it's the 3rd or 4th time that they've just popped it in the line, and as soon as they see it stacked, they pop to the outside. There's nobody there as those defensive ends are pinching in.
You see him throw arms at him, but that's not going to get it done.
7:50 to go here in the second quarter as Union Parish will go for 2. Handoff, ball on the ground, so no good. So the score will remain Union Parish 26. Amite 0.
Fighting Farmers 26. The Amite Warriors 0.
So Amite once again will set up to return. This time they kick it deep, but it's going to fall to Ard at about the 26. Ard hit immediately, but still on his feet. But he is wrapped up and driven back and loses an extra 3 or 4 yards after the initial hit. But Amite will have it at their own 30.
Yeah, Ard's a tough kid. He shrugged that. It was a nice lick. He just shrugged it right off and kept on going.
Well, Ard, a pretty big hitter himself, that time had to take the lick.
Right at their own 30-yard line.
And at some point, you have to get away from your game plan trying to run the football and just start throwing it here.
You're going to have to do something to shake this up a little bit. Of course, the winner of this goes on to the Dome to play the winner of Livonia and Jennings. That game going on as we speak. Well, not if you're watching this on tape delay.
Harrell left side, nowhere to go, and once again, number 88 out there, Qualls. He is a junior, and what I've seen in the short time we've been here, I guarantee you there's some Saturday ball clubs looking at this young man.
Yeah, he's a very active player.
Maybe 2nd and 11.
97 tackles, 11 for loss. Leads the team in sacks. You can go on and on with that one.
2nd down and 12. Give it to Harrell up the middle, and he gains a couple back, but it'll be 3rd down and long again. And these Fighting Farmers, as they call themselves, are not missing any tackles out there tonight.
Amy's just totally out of their game plan. They're used to these 3rd and shorts that they pick up and move the ball right down the field. And the Farmers just not allowing them to do that.
Well, as we said, aside from the 1 first down via the penalty, they haven't got a first down tonight. Henderson, zip pass at time. Let's depend on the mark. This might be their first down.
Was that Vining?
It is Vining.
Kendrick Vining, the hero from last week.
It's going to be close, but they're going to have to measure this, I believe. No, they're going to give them the first down. So Amite finally getting the first down. 6:10 to go here in the second quarter. They trail 26-0.
Well, if you're gonna try to start throwing the ball, Vining's the one to look for. 726 yards and 12 touchdowns on the year. Had 3 touchdowns receiving last week. Pardon me, he had 2 and he had 1 pick 6.
Harrell into the middle of the line and dropped for a 2-yard loss. And right now, this defensive line for Union Parish is just disrupting this offense. They can't even get it to the line of scrimmage. We have never seen in all the Amite games we've done this year any time where they've had this many tackles for losses.
No, there is nothing to be had right in the middle. Amite's going to have to make some adjustments and come up with some different play calling.
2nd down and 12. Low snap, ball on the ground. Henderson will just roll to the left and maybe get back to the original line of scrimmage. And now there's going to be a flag. That could be a personal foul, late hit.
This could be their third first down, second via the penalty.
Personal foul against Union Parish. They'll mark off 15, and it should give Amite a first down. And it will be their first trip inside former territory.
Union Parish going to take a timeout.
Looks like the coach just wants some kind of explanation, and Union Parish does take a timeout. So after the penalty, Amite will be in former territory at the 46-yard line, 1st and 10. We got 5:21 to go here in the second quarter.
Defense. Let's go, defense.
Amite trying to get something going on offense here. Blitz coming. Henderson setting up the screen. This is Harrell. Blockers out front. And he'll pick up about 13 and another first down.
Amite showing some life here.
Well, the Farmers have been coming hard up the middle all night, so a screen, if it can be run effectively, should work against that, and it did here.
This would go a long way into motivating this Amite Warrior team to put a touchdown on the board before we go into halftime.
Well, if they could put a touchdown on the board, maybe stop Union Parish, get the football back, but you're going to get it to start the second half. So if they're going to climb in this game, they got to score here and shut down Union Parish when they get the football to end the half. Snap, I don't think the timing was there as he wasn't looking for the football. And once again, a broken play, and Harrell going nowhere.
I tell you, it's a good thing Henderson's a tall kid.
And they just look discombobulated.
Yeah, out of sorts. We really haven't seen this from Amite. We did their game with Ponchatoula earlier in the year, and they've been chugging right along, playing really good football since then.
2nd down and 10. Looking to throw. Got protection this time. Zips it to the outside. Got a receiver there. The catch is made and down, and that'll be another first down.
Pass complete.
And now a late flag comes down.
We have a penalty on the play.
That was Vining on the reception. They
They're
waved
going
it
to wave
off.
the flag off.
He had to go down and dig that one.
Had two receivers out there. He threw to the deeper of the two and picks up another first down. So Amite on the move for the first time tonight.
And again, you saw Henderson with a nice pocket to throw from there.
Yeah, that was good protection that time. I think maybe Union Parish thinking a couple of those screens have slowed down that rush just a little bit. Here comes Henderson, but the blitz coming. Got to get rid of the football.
He
Throws
does.
it late, and it's caught down inside the 10. A dangerous throw.
Who came up with that one?
Can't see that far across the field, but I believe it might be Vining again.
Yep.
So it will be first down and goal Warriors after their prayer was answered on that pass. Harrell, right side, hit the line of scrimmage. Powers forward for a yard or two.
I'm liking the play calling I'm seeing, but I tell you, those Warrior fans over on the other side, they're going to erupt if the Warriors can get in the end zone here. They've been dying for something to cheer about.
Well, haven't had much tonight, but the Warriors knocking at the door. 2nd down and goal from the 4-yard line. And it's hard to see those yard markers. The field has just been worn down. Not much grass left.
Under 10 seconds on the play clock.
Get it off, hand it off to Harrell, right side, and he's hit and nowhere to go. A loss of about a half yard on the play, 3rd down and goal.
This might not be a bad spot to take a timeout.
And here comes a late flag. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Union Parish, I believe, for celebrating.
Taunting. Yep.
Now, I know it's half the distance to the goal. I'm not sure if that's an automatic first down or not.
Looking at the down marker, they have not flipped that over. They're still showing 3rd.
All right, how about a big stop here now? Let's go defense.
Scoreboard showing 1st down.
Well, the official's over there talking to the guy on that side. Let's see what he says. And it will be 3rd down and goal, so the penalty only cost them about 2 yards. Quarterback keeper off the left side.
Henderson.
He stacked at the line, and he is not in, and a flag down.
No signal yet.
And that's in the Amite backfield.
If we got 2nd down, we got a flag.
Clock stop, 2:37. Once
Waving
again,
that
no
up.
flag. So it will be 4th down and goal from about the half-yard line.
And
I don't know if the hanky just fell out or something.
So I'm wondering if he just keeps dropping it. Amite's got to get in here.
Down 26-0. Your chances of winning are not great, but if you got any chance, you have to score here.
Another discussion.
Fourth down and goal. Ball resting at about the 1.5 yard line.
I'd be looking to go up behind Devon Johnson.
Quarterback keeper again.
I don't think he got there, Darryl.
And they're looking, and they have not signaled anything yet. And don't look like they're in any hurry to get in there to mark it.
No signal.
And it is stopped short. So AB comes up empty. Union Parish will have it at the 1 yard line as he come up just shy of the goal line.
Oh, and that just deflates you right there.
And a goose egg still on the scoreboard for the Warriors. So after a very good drive where they mixed it up, not able to capitalize and punch it in.
Maybe Amite's defense can make something happen here with the Farmers back to the wall.
Well, with 2:27 to go, Amy's got 3 timeouts. If they could force them to punt here, they might get one more shot at it before the half. But they have got to stop them here. Handoff to the fullback, and he's just running over people. Gets about 4. So some breathing room for the Farmers.
Folks, we're getting close to halftime now. Don't forget about that quarterback club. They got those
Union Parish
things.
just
Jambalaya, sausage on the bone.
winning that battle in the trenches
Well,
pretty decisively.
anytime they handle it to the fullback off the between the guard and center on the right side, they're picking up 3-4 yards. Actually, he gets 5 on that carry. And they meet saving their timeouts after the 5 yards on first down to see what they do here. I guarantee if they stop him for no gain, he'll call one.
Flag.
And they might have stepped into the neutral zone. I'm not sure.
Been a lot of flags here tonight.
Offsides on the defense as they're trying to get the jump. They're trying to guess that snap count and got in that neutral zone. So I believe that might give them a first down.
That should be enough for Farmer first down. I like to move it. I like to move it. Yeah, I like to move it.
1:42 to go here. It's 26-0. Union Parish over the Warriors.
You gotten used to saying Union Parish yet?
I'm getting there. Turn and hand the ball off the left side. Shoestring tackle out there by Ard.
Ard comes up limping a little bit.
And on the tackle.
And knocked him down after maybe a yard gain, but Amite not calling their timeouts here. Kind of confusing to me.
Can't take him home with you.
Gained about 1 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 9.
Under a minute.
Well, they'll be able to let this clock tick down to about 40 seconds before they have to snap it.
I would think Union Parish feels pretty good about a 26-0 halftime lead.
Absolutely. Quarterback keeper Williams, he gets to the outside. Has a first down, slips down. At about the 30-yard line, make it the 29, but a first down. 37.3 seconds to go. So if all Union Parish wanted to do was run out the half, they've succeeded in doing that.
Like I was saying, Williams is their big gun. They really haven't had to use him.
Well, you can see when he sprints out, he's one of those speed rushers to the outside, and he's having to take those little choppy steps. But able to keep his feet and pick up the first down. Clock's running now. 25 seconds and counting before the half. It has been all Union Parish here in the first half. Run off the left side. Ard comes up and levels him after I believe it was 18 out there who had him, Turner.
Turner just held him up, couldn't get him on the ground. Ard mops it up, and that'll do it.
That'll take us to the end of the first half. Union Parish in a shocker up 26-0. Welcome back to the WSTY playoff game of the week. In case you're just joining us, it was all Union Parish in the first half as they lead it 26-0. AB feels it and will have it. That's Turner at about the 30-yard line to start the second half. Amite made one drive late first half and was stopped on a 4th and goal from the 1. And that was it for the Warriors offense in the first half. And Union Parish took advantage of special team mistakes, defense, penalties, and really won both lines of scrimmages on offense and defense, and that's why they lead it here tonight, 26-0.
And as we pointed out, quarterback Williams not having to do a whole lot because the Farmers are winning the battle up front. They're winning. They're taking advantage of everything Amite does wrong.
Well, it boils down simple. They were able to run the football, and they stopped Harrell on the run for Amite, and usually if you could do that, you're going to be in and win a lot of ball games.
And I tell you what, they are laying the lumber out there. There's some big hits coming from the Farmers.
Henderson's going to go to the air. Blitz coming up the middle. He rolls left, looking, got a man wide open out there. Pass is complete all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Can't get a number. It's Vining. It sure is.
So Kendrick Vining, the big play receiver for the Warriors, starts out the second half on probably the best note they've had so far tonight. This is the self-proclaimed A-Team on WSTY. Butch Lee, Matt Greer, and Darrell Smith bring you the action from a cold night here in Farmerville, Louisiana. We're only about, I think, 15, 20 miles from the Arkansas border.
And it's snowing up there.
And it was sleeting here earlier, a little snow mixed in, but it is cleared out a little bit now, but we can see our breath, so you know it's cold. High snap over Henderson's head. So once again, when Amite makes a good play, they come back and make a bad one. Bad snap over the head of Henderson. He wisely falls on it.
Sure could go for a cup of that New Orleans roast coffee right now.
They will lose about 14 on the play, so it'll be second down and 24.
Dead ball.
Uh-oh.
Personal foul against the Farmers.
And another personal foul call against Union Parish. So let's see what this does.
Flag's way down here in the right-hand corner. You see the referee picking it up there. That had to be something way downfield with the receiver. That's why we didn't see it.
And basically that's going to get the ball back to right about the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 2nd and 10, so no damage done except losing a down. Penalty helps out the Warriors, and they need a lot of help here in this second half, trailing 26-0. Farmers trying to come on the blitz. Henderson going to keep it himself right up the middle. Nice gain on second down. And I think he will have a first down or be very close to it. Ball at about the 11 or 12-yard line. Once again, as you can see this field, you can't really see the hash marks or where the ball's at to know the line of scrimmage. So we have to wait till the chains move. It's going to be 3rd down in a yard.
You see Henderson there on design quarterback draw, something we haven't seen him do a whole lot.
Looks like they're going to come out and measure.
Our third quarter sponsor tonight is
We'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's game: Mounters Tire Mart, Jim's Paint and Body Shop, Ford Bail Bonds, Master Chef Bill Hood of Amite, Sheriff Daniel Edwards, Granite's Collision Center, Drive-In Drugstore, Folks Heating and Air, Darren's Towing, and New Orleans Roast Coffee. And folks, without these sponsors, we wouldn't have been able to travel up here to North Louisiana tonight to bring you tonight's action. And our sponsors do a great job getting us on the air every week for the WSTY Game of the Week. We certainly appreciate being able to do high school football for you.
Yeah, you figure this is a pretty long ride. It's cold. A lot of these Warrior fans are at home, back in their meat cozy in their beds probably.
And they're going to see this score and wonder what happened, and they'll be able to see it for themselves.
So thank you to our sponsors.
3rd down and short, as the measurement came up about a half-yard shy. This time they spread the field. Harrell. Now they did quarterback keepers at the goal line from this formation. Let's see if they give it to Harrell. Nope. Quarterback Henderson. I think he'll have it this time.
quarterback keeper.
We're still pushing.
And I'm wondering why they haven't blown the whistle.
Yeah.
Forward progress had been stopped for at least 10 seconds.
And you're begging for extracurricular activity when you don't blow that whistle. They're going to get frustrated. Someone's going to push somebody, and then you're going to get unnecessary stuff going on. Blow the whistle.
Nevertheless, it's a 1st down. 1st and goal, Warriors. Ball, I believe, at around the 9-yard line. Hard running by Henderson to put him in this position. High snap. Henderson pulls it down. Now he's being pressured, and he'll be sacked. And I know it's easy to say, but you think Henderson has to see that coming and throw that football out the back of the end zone.
Yep.
Can't take a big loss like that on 1st down.
He was waiting for his receiver to clear, and it just ran out of time.
And when you feel that pressure, he saw it coming right at him. You got to get rid of that football and throw it away.
Ronnie Smith in on that sack.
Loss of 8 on the play. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 17. Henderson fumbles it. Now he's got it. Trying to set up the screen. It's to Harrell. He breaks a tackle. Inside the 15, inside the 10, down to about the 8-yard line.
Back to about the original line of scrimmage, huh?
Well, you saw Harrell starting to slip, but he was able to keep his balance and get inside the 10. So 3rd down and goal. And we talked about it at halftime. It's so important for Amite to come out here and get something on the board to start the 2nd half.
It was so deflating for them not to get in right before the half. So it just, like you said, just made it much more important to come out and do something positive.
And even if you don't win the game, I'm sure Coach Foster's thinking you got to win the 2nd half. A lot of young kids out here, they're getting a smell of what it's like to be in a state semifinal game, maybe make it to the Dome, and you want to build for next year if you don't come back and win this one. But it all starts with this drive. You got to get a score here.
And I tell you, from talking to coaches and parents, hanging out with the Amite people on the way up here, the stable is pretty full for Coach Foster. They have a lot of young talent coming up. I happen to be sitting next to one on the bus. Young junior Josh Cyprian broke his hand this year. He'll be back out here next year. So there's a lot of talent coming back. As we pointed out, Harrell's only a sophomore. Henderson's a junior. So a lot to look forward to with these Warriors.
Well, a lot of youngsters getting a lot of playing time, so they'll be good again next year. But let's don't go that far yet. We're still hitting it tonight. If they can score here, never know what can happen. And Union Parish will take a timeout. 3rd down and goal for the Warriors. Union Parish fans on their feet. They want to keep this shutout going. Corner pass intended, I believe, for Vining. Overthrown. It'll be 4th down, and they'll have to go for it here.
The wind has really picked up a little bit here as you saw that pass leave Henderson's hand. Looked like it got caught up in that wind a little bit as well.
Well, it sailed on him, and you can't see the flag from here. but Butch might get a shot of it, but it is blowing behind the quarterback. As you see, that flag is whipping down there. So a lot of wind on the field here, but you got to try to score and throw the football while you got it at your back, and Amite has it at their back for this quarter. 4th down and goal. Devarius Henderson from the shotgun. High snap over the head. Henderson can't fall, but he slips, and that'll do it. And Union Parish will have it at their own 25-yard line. So once again, the bad snap with the wet football.
Doggone it.
So the Amite Warrior offense, end of the first half, second half, 2 pretty good drives, no points on the board, and Union Parish will come out and have the football. And I guarantee you they're going to keep this running attack going against the Warriors because they want to keep that clock moving. And, you know, I saw something there at the end of the first half. I didn't make a lot of comments. You know, this is cold weather, and Union Parish coming out saying, hey, we love the cold. They got some of the coaches in shorts down there.
I saw that. They're nuts.
Trying to prove to their kids, hey, this is just everyday weather for us.
Something wrong with those coaches, ma'am?
Every game.
Amite jumped off sides. So fullback Robinson takes it off the right side, and how do they not throw a flag there?
Ball in the play is a Farmer, 1st down.
So 10 yards and a 1st down, and Robinson has been a load. We talked about the 2 tailbacks,
yeah,
but it's been the fullback tonight carrying the load.
The bowling ball. Doing his Ironhead Hayward impersonation.
8:45 and counting here, 3rd quarter. It's 26-0. Union Parish to Farmers in the lead. They hand it off to Robinson again.
I believe that was Porter at the bottom, just hanging on to his ankle.
Nothing there on maybe a yard on 1st down.
And they are in the slop, in the muck, in the mud. I'd like to be down there right now.
I don't even want to be here right now. I want to be in the warmth of my warm bed at home, but we had to come bring the game because it's an important game. Two teams from our parish in the state semifinals tonight. I know Kentwood was trailing, I believe, 12-7 at halftime. We heard
under the tank.
So hopefully the Roos can come back and make it to the Dome, and Amite looking to pull a miracle out here, but not going their way so far. There goes Turner, right side, cuts back to the middle. He'll have a 1st down.
It's that edge again.
Out to the 48-yard line.
They just can't get a hold of him around the edge. And he's not at full speed because he's trying to tiptoe to make his break.
But the defenders are also having to tiptoe so they don't slip. So, but give credit where credit's due. The former Farmerville
just say Farmers.
Union Parish offensive line has done a great job tonight.
And you see that logo in the middle of their field resembling the U from Miami.
And they've been playing with some swagger like the old Hurricanes of old.
The U.
As I look at the sideline and somebody, a plastic bag on the field has went on the 40-yard dash there in record time. You see it blowing toward the end zone. So inclement weather here tonight in Farmerville.
Good camera work, Butch.
But it has not hurt the Farmers tonight as they lead it 26-0 to Fighting Farmers. That time, though, it'll back them up. It'll be 1st down and 15 after the penalty. 7 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. And Union Parish okay with just running clock and letting this half play out. Looking to punch their ticket to the Superdome for the state finals, where they will play the winner of Livonia. And who is Livonia playing?
Jennings.
And Livonia winning at halftime.
It's close.
Selder's back there. They get a sack.
Run down in the backfield for a loss.
You see the wet field definitely holding up Williams from doing what he usually does. I saw him on some game film yesterday, and not what I saw yesterday out of him so far.
Well, the thing about it is, as far as Williams, he hasn't had to throw in the football because they've run it so well tonight. Some of these games you just get into where it's not necessarily for you to put up your numbers.
And obviously he's going to be a big part of this offense moving forward if they indeed hold on here and go to the Dome.
Well, it won't be a sloppy field next week no matter who makes it. Second down, 20, and Amite jumps off sides.
Dead ball. Encroachment on the Warriors. That's going to cost them 5 yards.
Wonder if we can get some of these pretty Farmerville gals up here to come up here and give us a hug and generate a little body heat. Because I'm really not looking forward to hugging on you.
Trust me, you're not sitting next to me on the ride home. I've heard you snore before. Second down and 15 after the penalty. Clock ticking, 5:45 and counting here in the third quarter. Handoff to Wilson. Got him around the ankles there as one of the Warriors.
It's a filthy uniform. You can hardly make out the number.
I believe that's Selders again.
Go figure, he'd have a dirty uniform.
Number 53.
Actually, it's not. It's
Porter.
number 53, Porter.
We're bring on third and about 11.
You can see the jerseys that are dirty out there, the ones that have been down in it.
This offense. Now let's go.
But these Warriors are not giving up, Darryl. They're out there playing hard.
Third down and 11. If they can stop them here, should get the football back. Handoff, Wilson. Hit at the line of scrimmage. Gains about 5, but he's going to be 6 shy of the first down. And here comes the punting team for the Farmers. As we said, you're pitching a shutout here. You run the football, run the clock, and let your defense do what they've been doing all night.
See if Amite can't rip off a good return here. Is that Vining going back? I believe it is.
He's not
There's
back
confusion.
very deep.
Y'all got him on the field.
And
Amite
Amite has to take a timeout. Fourth down, punting situation.
In the punting for your Farmers, number 22, Chase Spatafor.
Amite to get the football back with about 4 minutes to go here in the third. Gets the punt away, almost blocked. And will roll that at the 25-yard line. So the Warriors will get it at the 25, trailing by 26 with 4:12 to go here in the third quarter.
No points up in this quarter so far.
And, you know, like we talked about, Amite had to come out and score on that opening series. Stranger things have happened, but they haven't been able to punch it in the end zone all night. Farmerville now just playing cat and mouse. They're going to run the football, run the clock, and if they don't feel like they have to score anymore to win this football game.
Amite's going to have to let it all hang out.
Well, they're going to have to come up with some big plays to score quickly here. Henderson dropping the throw, blitz from the side, swings it to the outside. Pass completed to Smith. Cuts back toward the middle. He'll have 10, 12, 13, and a first down.
Nice moves by Smith out there.
Amite up to the line quickly. Clock stopped with 4:02.
That's Devontae Smith. After the completion, that's a first down for the Warriors. Ball plays just inside the 40-yard line.
Swing pass to the outside. Once again, it's Smith hammered out of bounds at about the 46-yard line. Another first down for the Warriors.
I think about, what, 13, 14 on that?
So 2 plays, 25 yards, a couple of first downs, and they only used about 20 seconds off the clock.
Devontae Smith.
This is the way they're going to have to do it if they're going to try to somehow get back in this football game. This time he had the man open as a nice fake to the outside and then came back on the deep slant.
You might get a roughing the passer penalty here.
Well, he had him open there. If he could have put it on him, that one could have big play, and it is going to be roughing the passer against Union Parish. So a big 15-yard penalty gets the football down to about the 30-yard line where it will be 1st and 10 Warriors, 3:43.
After the penalty, ball's going to be placed at the former 31-yard line, 1st and 10. All right, defense.
Warriors getting a little help there by the penalty from the Farmers. Dropping the throw, pressure right up in his face.
Qualls.
Saw him coming and couldn't get rid of the football.
Yeah. Qualls, there's a late flag.
No, I believe the flag fell out of his pants.
The referee's having trouble keeping that flag in his pants.
Big
loss on the play of about 10. It'll be 2nd and 20.
He's get control of that.
And you know, being a left-handed quarterback, he's coming right in his face. You just have to learn. Sometimes you just got to cut it upfield and take what you can get. You can't take these big 10-yard losses.
Come on, defense, get fired up now, defense. Let's go.
Henderson tries to throw it.
Lost
A
his
little
footing.
screen, and that was intended for Vining. And just lobbed it up there, and he just couldn't make the footing to make the play. Pretty good play call if he could have completed it, but
It was going to be
incomplete.
tall anyway.
3rd down and 20. Luckily, it wasn't picked off when it was high. Anytime high, late over the middle.
Let's get another big stop right here. 3rd down. I want the ball back. 3rd down. Let's go. Let's go.
Under 5 seconds on the play clock. We're going to have to snap this.
They get it off just barely. Qualls coming up the middle, hits the quarterback again, and he's down, and I don't know if he's going to get up this time.
He took it to the ribs again.
That's the 2nd big shot to the ribs tonight.
He's up.
It's going to bring up 4th down.
Once again, that was Qualls in the backfield.
Like you said, Qualls a junior. That young man's got a bright future.
Turner to punt it away. 2:43 to go here in the 3rd quarter. It's 26-0 as we are in Farmerville, Louisiana for the state semifinals matchup. And what we hoped would be a victory for the Warriors has been all Union Parish tonight. They're just going to get out of the way. It's going to go into the end zone, and Union Parish will have it at the 20 with 2:36 to go.
20-yard line. How about
1st down and 10. Union Parish has it at their own 20-yard line. They'll probably just keep the football on the ground, only throwing one pass tonight.
There's that end again.
This is Turner, breaks it to the outside, picks up 9.
ball carrier for the Farmers? Number 20, Wilson.
Pretty passionate about their Farmers here in Farmerville.
Well, they do have a big turnout here tonight, as they should be. They have a good football team here, and they're playing well tonight. The Amite faithful over there, they're here. They traveled well. They just hadn't had much to cheer about tonight.
Well, and they're frozen.
Second and 1. Handed off to the fullback. He has the first down. Gain 6. That's Robinson.
That's enough for a Farmer. First down. Ball placed at the Farmer 35-yard line, 1st and 10.
First down and 10. Clock starts again. It's under 1:40. Using every second off that play clock. This time they hand it to the tailback. He cuts up the middle, breaks a tackle, and gets upended.
The ball carrier.
Nice tackle there. I believe that was Turner.
For the Warriors. Dokes.
Might have been Dokes, number
About
13.
6 on the play.
Starting to get hard to read these white jerseys as the mud gets on them. Second down and 4. We'll go under a minute to go here in the third quarter before they snap it. So clock continuing to tick. We're rapidly moving third quarter. I think Matt's going to sleep over there, Butch.
No, my lips froze together for a few seconds.
Handoff in the backfield, run through one tackle. He'll pick up maybe a yard.
Here for the Farmers. Wilson. About a yard on the play. It's going to make second and a long 2.
It'll bring up 3rd down and 2.
3rd and a long 2.
They'll have to snap it one more time here before we get to the end of the third quarter. Third and 2. Hands it off to the tailback.
Oh no, that he.
Number 28
he's still
had it,
moving.
but I don't think he got it. That was Turner on the carry. I think it's going to bring up 4th down at about half a yard.
They're signaling first down.
Wow. From our vantage point, it looked like he was going to be short, but it
It
gave him
did
the
look
first
like it was
down.
short.
And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. The score remains Union Parish 26, Amite nothing. Did you know that drunk driving causes more than 1/3 of all the teen deaths and highway crashes? And if you drink and drive, your chances of causing one of these accidents will increase by over 100%. Drinking and/or distracted driving isn't cool and it isn't smart. Help make the roads as safe as they can be by eliminating distractions, driving sober, and by properly using seatbelt restraints. A message from Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff Daniel Edwards.
And number 76, Kazavian Joyner.
First down and 10 as we start the fourth quarter.
To an oldie but a goodie.
Little double Dutch bus. Frankie Smith there at the end of the quarter. We were jamming too. Hitting the backfield this time by Ard was Turner. He'll gain a half a yard.
I'm trying to figure out why Butch wasn't singing with us.
Short gain on the play. It's going to bring up second and
But you
long.
heard them calling out when we were on break. They were calling out all the seniors' names and numbers because you have to understand this is their last game here. They'll be in the Dome next week if this score holds up.
And that just goes to show how much you pay attention. They were calling out the offensive line. We were awarding them for opening the holes, not seniors. I think your brain's frozen.
Could be.
Second down and 9.
Nevertheless, this will be the seniors' last game on this field.
Amite tries to jump in a big hole there. That's Wilson. Wilson with a big run all the way down to the 30-yard line. And Amite came on a blitz and right up the middle, and whoever it was, I didn't see the number, got stood up, and all of a sudden a hole opened, and there came Wilson.
There's another young man that I noticed has been lining up on that line on that end all night. That's number 32, Hayden Mock.
11 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Union Parish, another first down as they just continue to pound the football at the Warriors. Turner up the middle, stacked up, but still on his feet. That line pushing.
Wilson, the ball carrier.
Gain of 8.
Just moving that pile.
You know, we were talking about at halftime when you come into one of these playoff games, sometimes it's like tonight. You just get outplayed, you get beat, and then sometimes it's a game where it goes down to the wire and you lose a close one. And I'm not sure which kind of loss is
Which
worse.
would you prefer?
You know, because those kinds where you should have won or had a chance to win and didn't linger with you. But tonight they have been outplayed in every facet of the game by Farmerville. But a young team for Amite, and hopefully they'll learn and continue and come back next year with a vengeance. This is Wilson, pops it to the outside, dragged down from behind.
And you see the Warriors continuing to fight there. But you look over there and you see the Amite fans and some of the people on the sidelines, and you can kind of sense reality is starting to sink in right now.
Well, and if you're a true Amite fan, you're going to be happy for what they've accomplished this season. They're going to come up here short here tonight, and looks like they're just getting beat by a better team tonight, and you have to be able to live with that and say, hey, semifinals. We were in the Dome 2 years ago, semifinals this year. Our program's going well, and we're young, and we'll be back next season.
And you're talking about a school that missed the playoffs last year, that have made this big turnaround to come within one game of a state championship. Great job by Coach Foster and his staff.
Another first down for Union Parish. Kind of keep that clock ticking and get out of here with a victory and prepare to make their big ride down south as they will head into Nolens. Speaking of Nolens, I will be there Sunday night in the Dome as the Saints take on the Panthers. We'll be riding out in the suite, you know, free drinks, free food.
All right, don't rub it in.
Oh, that's right.
Rub it in.
I'm sorry, you're not going. My fault. First down and 10. Right up the gut. New player
He's still going. He's still going.
Running back, and that's a touchdown. And that was number 16, Hendricks, a sophomore.
We might have a player down. This game's been pretty.
Well, 3 Warriors down on one knee right at the same spot.
Young man said, I was not going to be denied.
Number 15, 1 foul.
Yeah.
Farmers with no choice but to go for 2, not having a kicking game.
Timeout.
They got a player down on the far sideline. We'll take a break.
There's another group.
And they're back on the field there as the Amite Warrior was helped off. And they will go for 2 here. They are starting the party early here tonight in Farmerville.
Turn the backfield.
I believe Amite.
Turner again.
Looked like they were all sides, but they drive off the right side. Turner gets a 2-point conversion to make your score 34-0.
Left in the fourth quarter.
And I tell you, there should be a party. There should be a welcoming party for these Amite Warriors as well. They've had a great season. They just kind of ran into a brick wall here tonight.
Yeah, and it has kind of snowballed on them. It started out so well for Union Parish, and they just kept it on them, and made things happen. And it put Amite out of their element. They're not a team that's used to coming from behind and not able to get anything going here tonight. When they came up short at the end of the first half to try to make it an interesting game, that 4th and goal really took the wind out of them, and they haven't really turned anything on here in the second half, and it has been all Union Parish as they will advance. I say that with 9 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
I think you're safe.
They're going to advance to the Dome to face the winner of Jennings and Livonia. Livonia, the number 1 seed in 3A.
Jennings, a 5 seed. But yeah, like you said, I mean, they meet with 10-3 on the season. The 2 losses that they had were close games. The only team that really put it on them was the 5A Ponchatoula Green Wave.
Ball picked up at the 15.
So Amite just not used to seeing this.
We'll get it out to the 25-yard line.
And a loss is never an easy pill to swallow, but, Coach Foster will regroup these kids, and they'll be back for action next year.
Well, one thing they won't do, they won't be looking at this game and going, man, we were right there.
Right.
One play could have made a difference. This was just one of those games where they came up against a team that was better tonight. And they have to look at this and learn. That's going to be something that will eat at them during the summer, but it'll be in that weight room, and they'll be pumping weights thinking about this game and how they got just really manhandled here on this field tonight.
You're finding out what you don't want to happen to you.
Number 99, Lee Hill.
Henderson dropped back. He's sacked once again. Now a flag comes.
What is that for that?
I believe that's going to be on the Amite sideline.
It is.
I'm not sure what they were yelling about on the play, but it looked like he turned and threw the flag while looking at the coaches on the sideline. Oh, sideline warning, and this will be a penalty.
Because they got a warning in the first half.
Since that's their second one, they're going to back them up.
5-yard penalty.
Of course, Darryl, this is the first year we've gone to that new playoff format in Louisiana high school with the select and the non-select schools. This being non-select here in 3A. Some of the select schools have already set their championships, as with Division I, number 2 Bird will be playing number 5 Archbishop Rummel for that championship. You see the incomplete pass. At Division II, number 1 seed John Curtis will be playing number 2 seed, can't even read my own writing, University for Division II championship. Division III, number 4 Hannon versus number 2 Calvary Baptist. And in Division IV, they still have 2 semifinal games that are going on tonight. Cedar Creek at Vermilion Catholic and Southern Lab at Frederick.
I want the ball back. Let's go defense. We want this ball back.
Henderson, here comes the pressure. He's sacked again.
And Henderson's been under duress all night.
Well, and he hasn't had the time. They're trying to run these deep plays downfield because they're in 3rd and long, and he just doesn't have time to do that. Talking about football in our area, a big event tomorrow in Hammond. It is the Southeastern Lions hosting their first playoff game in the FCS as they host, I believe it's
Sam Houston.
Sam Houston, correct?
The team they beat late in the season. Big win there. The Hammond Christmas Parade is on Saturday morning before the game, and they've done the whole parade around the university.
Well, they had to because football fever is alive in Hammond as the Southeastern Lions, for the first time since they got football back, is the talk of the town. I guess it kind of helps that LSU didn't have such a great year this year, so they've been able to capture some of that magic there in Hammond for the Southeastern Lions. Whistle blows.
And it's good to see, because talking to retailers around town that sell Southeastern merchandise, all the green and gold is blowing off the shelves. Last night, knowing we were coming here, I went to Academy Sports and bought some thermal socks and certain things to try to stay warm tonight, and they had a big rack of In It to Win It Lions green and gold gear, and people were lined up to buy that stuff.
Amy punts it away. It's going to roll dead at about the 37-yard line. There's a late flag.
Got a flag on the play.
But, yeah, the Lions doing a good job into the playoffs, and football fever is alive in Hammond. We talk about the football every week. We talk about pros, college, but one of the greatest endings to a football game ever as Auburn knocks off Alabama. So the SEC championship tomorrow night as Auburn takes on Missouri.
Yeah, that should be a great game.
With the winner of that game having an outside shot maybe at a national championship, because Ohio State in the Big Ten championship takes on Michigan State. And should Michigan State upset Ohio State, the winner of the SEC championship may be able to sneak in for another shot to keep that streak alive. But if Ohio State wins, it looks like it will be Ohio State versus Florida State in the national championship game.
Now, I personally think the Spartans at Michigan State are going to take out the Buckeyes tomorrow and open the door for one of these SEC schools. My guess would be Auburn, but with the performance Ohio State had last week, Michigan took them to the wire, only losing by 1 point. I think Michigan State has enough that they can beat Ohio State.
Well, the only thing I will say about the SEC championship game, how do you come back after the magnitude of the Iron Bowl and the way they won? Can you come out and have the same intensity and play your game?
Well, they had 2 miracle games in a row. You had the Iron Bowl the week before that. They caught the miracle pass at the end to win that game.
But they played terrible that game and just got lucky at the end to come back and win. But this one, all the marbles on the line, they gave it everything. So how do you come back? Union Parish has it, 45-yard line. Straight up the middle goes Robinson, the big fullback, just running with people all over him.
And that's kind of a microcosm of the way the night's going for Amite right there.
First down for Union Parish. And just want that clock to tick, tick, tick as a 6:35 to go here in the fourth quarter. The game is not in jeopardy at this point for Union Parish, and Amite just wants to get out of here, get on that bus, and go home and start figuring out for next season.
You're ready for Santa Claus.
Solid run. You see that offensive line just still pounding.
Push. And once again, a testament to our area, our area of schools. We had a bunch of schools in our area make the playoffs this year. Amite coming this far, Kentwood's playing right now. But our whole area, the quality of football has really stepped it up. And it's good to see that home cooking at home.
Well, and also even the teams that didn't make the playoffs, you saw vast improvement by Albany this year as they upset Sumner.
Oh, yeah.
Hammond High, whose record wasn't a lot better than it has been, was in just about every game except the Ponchatoula game, and lost a few crazy ones at the end, so they seem to be more improved. Now they're in a search for a head coach. Not sure if the interim head coach will get the job or not, or they'll find somebody else, but
Ponchatoula out there throwing licks, going toe-to-toe with these big schools like St. Paul's and Mandeville. Covington, who's also in action tonight. That's a tough district, and Ponchatoula holds their own. But, yeah, impressive job by Coach Blaine Westmoreland at Albany, turning that program around. I expect better things out of them for next year. Coach Powell at Sumner doing great things over there. Sammy Messina enjoying success in LaRonja.
Still on his feet. Still moving the ball.
St. Thomas doing well.
And see, by not blowing that whistle, you saw Amite Warrior come up and clip off one of the guys on the outside corner. And I know he's still on his feet, but you know there's a lot of frustration out there. We just hope it doesn't.
Yeah, just blow the whistle, then you don't have that. That could have been a flag very easy right there.
This is our second year, I believe, on WSTY, but I've been doing high school football now for, I think, over 20 years.
Good Lord.
And that's not even to compare to how long Butch has been doing it. He did it back when they played with the rocks. They carried those around.
That's when they drew the plays in the sand and everything?
Well, he told me on the way up here, he said, look, that's where I was born, and I couldn't see the cave he was born in for the building they had on top of it. So, but it is an enjoyable situation for us doing these games, and we hope to be back next year, and we hope that you enjoy our broadcast.
It's my fifth, sixth year. I mean, time flies when you're having fun, I know, but I want to say it's my fifth year with you.
But, I've done a lot of things over the years, a lot of one team the whole season or whatever, but I really enjoy doing the game of the week. We get to travel around and see all the schools. And it's just an enjoyable experience, and we hope that y'all enjoy our broadcast and continue to watch.
He's in. Touchdown.
And that's a touchdown for the Farmers.
That's a New Jersey. It's in there, number 11.
Adding insult to injury, another touchdown late here in the fourth quarter, 3:33 to go.
Yeah, and, we go out. Usually we didn't get down there tonight, but we go down and talk to the coaches but in pregame. And we usually get a warm reception from these local high school coaches. They like us to come out and film these games and get these young men on TV and let mom and dad and aunts and uncles and brothers and sisters.
And to Amite's credit, we had called up here early in the week about getting permission, and they said, well, we're not going to have room, we're not going to do this. And they're like, oh, no, we want y'all there. Amite, Johnny Breaktail called up here and said, hey, we need our guys there. So it makes us feel appreciated and wanted. And
so thank you to them and Johnny. And
we were just very glad Ms. Johnson and Coach Foster wanted us to come, and we were able to ride along on their journey, which is going to come up one step short of the Superdome.
And they have to listen to me snore all the way back to Amite.
Absolutely not. I'm not sitting next to you. 3:33 to go. It's 40-0. Amite will get it one last time. Kickoff fielded at the 14-yard line. Number 5 for the Warriors, right up the gut with it. That's Khan. So Amite will have it at the 35-yard line. Last possession for the Warriors. And let's see what Coach Foster brings them out here. Henderson's been taking a beating the last few series. Do you come out here and hand it off a couple of times and just get out of here, or do you try to get on the scoreboard to get save some kind of not get shut out? You know what I'm saying?
Right, here comes Henderson. I didn't know he was awful slow coming off that sideline, but there he is.
And he's in the shotgun, so it looks like they're going to keep chunking the football.
Union Parish with some changes on the defensive side.
And if one thing could happen as he fumbles the snap and throws the football late, pass incomplete, I would love to see him get a late touchdown to Kendrick Vining, who is a senior, and this will be his last game tonight, who has been an integral part of the Amite Warriors team for quite a few years now, and he'll be calling it a career.
If you want to see a bright spot with this game tonight, Vining had a nice, about a 30, 40-yard reception. I think that was in that third quarter.
I'm just hoping the concession stand's still open after the game so we can get something. I still smell it down there.
Yeah, it smells good.
Pass high, incomplete.
Pass incomplete. Intended for number 5 for the Warriors. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
Khan was the intended receiver. Clock stopped at 3:17, 3rd down and 10. And this has started to become like the game that'll never end.
Yeah.
It was rapidly moving through that third quarter, but we've hit a slow spot here in the fourth quarter, which has allowed us to jabber a little bit.
Which, you know, everybody enjoys.
Setting up the screen, pass incomplete as it was low.
Number 7 for the Warriors.
Brings up 4th down, and it looks like they will bring the punting unit out.
And this being our last game of the year here, we're not used to this. Obviously, won't be a player of the game, but I guess what we could say is hats off to Coach Foster and the entire Amite Warrior team for a great season. And we know we're going to see you next year, and you'll be successful again. We know that. So we'll put that in place of our player of the game, Amite Warriors.
Kick will roll dead at about the 44-yard line. I'm already working on trying to transition myself into the next sport. Going to do some local high school basketball. As I was in contact with the Hammond High coach the other day, Coach Brent Grigas, and we're trying to put something together to maybe bring some local high school basketball action to you here on Channel 22. We hope we're able to put that together. 3:03 to go here as Union Parish will get it. And this will be a devastating loss for these young men as they will have a long bus ride back to Amite, Louisiana tonight, because they're going to come up on the short end of the stick here tonight as a victory formation for the Formers.
With 3 minutes left. And, you know, this score will go out over the state, and teams like Port Bear and West Feliciana and North Webster are going to hear this score and go, wow, Union Parish must be really, really good to have done this to a very good Amite team.
And the thing about it is they have done it. This is not a fluke here tonight. This is, like I said, it has been an overwhelming victory for the Formers tonight. So they will be, as you said earlier, partying in the pasture tonight, right?
They do it in La Ronja, so why wouldn't they do it here?
Kneel down again.
Since we are here in Farmerville, we wish the Farmers good luck in the Superdome.
As they will take on, we said, the winner of number 1 Livonia and number 5 Jennings. We haven't heard a late score at halftime. It was Livonia up by a touchdown. 3rd down and 13. Farmers taking their time, letting as much time tick off this clock as they can. And even though they cannot run out the clock, they are just kneeling on the football.
It's going to bring up 4th down.
I'll go ahead and punt.
They'll punt it away with less than a minute to go here in the football game.
Folks, I just got a very important text message. The first one is the last score we had on the Jennings-Livonia game was Jennings 20, Livonia 17. But the most important text message that I probably received in a long time, this text message came from Saints owner Tom Benson, and it says, UP Farmers, welcome to New Orleans.
Farmerville. Union Parish to punt it away.
Well, you hear the roar from the crowd. Stadium announcer just announcing the score of the Jennings-Livonia game, which is 20-17 Livonia at this point.
20-17 Jennings upsetting Livonia in the 4th quarter.
And then he said he got a text message from Tom Benson welcoming the Union Parish Farmers to the Superdome.
31 seconds left. Amite has it, and this will take it. All the fans starting to pile out of here, looking for a warm place to congregate.
I'm going to go down and see if they got some of that coffee.
The Amite offense comes back out on the field.
Merry Christmas to everybody. It's only, what are we, 2 weeks away from that? 3 weeks?
3 weeks away. A little less than 3 weeks.
Tell you what, folks,
You got all your shopping done?
Absolutely not. But I have to say, I did some on the way here tonight.
You did.
The bus stop to let us feed ourselves there at the Pecan Land Mall in Monroe as Henderson throws it up over the middle, and it's picked off, and that'll do it. And they'll take it with 23 seconds left. They'll have to kneel on the football one time, and that will be the ball game. But I was able to pick up a couple of gifts there.
What'd you give me?
Well, not for you, pal.
Oh, so you get Butch something and not me. All right, I see how it is.
Picked up something from my special someone at home, and she'll love it, I promise. And the other one, I hate to say it, was for me.
Well, sometimes you just got to treat yourself.
Well, you do. So the Farmers will come out, kneel on the football, and take us to the end of the football game as they're going to win this one 40-0 over the Amite Warriors.
Once again, hats off to Amite, Coach Foster. Great season, guys. We'll be seeing you next year.
We hope that the Kentwood Kangaroos are doing a little better tonight. And congratulations to all our Tangipahoa and Livingston Parish teams in our viewing area. It's been a great season. State semifinal game here on WSTY. The final score: the Farmers of Union Parish 40, the Amite Warriors nothing. So for our cameraman, the immortal one, Butch Lee, we hope he hangs around till next year. The round mound of sound himself, Matt Greer, if he doesn't have a heart attack. And I'm the big dog saying we will bark at you next season. Did you know that drunk driving causes more than 1/3 of all the teen deaths and highway crashes? And if you drink and drive, your chances of causing one of these accidents will increase by over 100%. Drinking and/or distracted driving isn't cool, and it isn't smart. Help make the roads as safe as they can be by eliminating distractions, driving sober, and by properly using seatbelt restraints. A message from Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff Daniel Edwards.